Guys, in this video we are going to talk about acquiring a target and then also talk about transitioning from one target to another. You can see here that I've got two separate targets set up behind me, and we're going to use these to demonstrate some techniques that will help you to better transition from one target to another. The first thing that we're going to discuss is acquiring your target. Now, I mentioned a little bit about how to make an accurate shot in a previous video, improving your shot accuracy. I will leave a link to that video in the description, and I would highly encourage you to check it out because it is going to give you some of the fundamentals for shooting an accurate shot. You can see here that we are aiming downrange, and if you will notice the front sight of this pistol, we're not focused on the rear, we're not focused on our target, we are focused on the front sight post, and you need to remember that. That is a very critical point in firing an accurate shot. That's something that you need to practice regularly. For acquiring a target, which that's what we are going to begin with, you see some people, they will raise their firearm up and then they're hunting for that front sight post. They raise it up and they're wondering where it is. They're just kind of all over the place until they get it lined up where they need it to be. The easiest way for quick sight alignment, or to improve your sight alignment, is as you bring that gun up, you can see the front sight post is above the rear sights. And you do not want to bring it up like this and then try to bring it up and then you're hunting. You know, you have to bring it up above that, try to figure out where it is. The best way to do that is to bring that firearm up with the front sight elevated above that rear sight. And I want you to watch the action that I'm doing here. As I bring that gun into my sight picture, I am dropping that front sight post right into that slot. I am staying focused on that front sight post the whole time, and then I'm bringing my rear sights up to meet it exactly where I need it to be. And once I get it where I need it, that's when I can fire my shot. Now you'll notice that I'm bouncing around quite a bit right now. I'm talking as I'm trying to wrap my arms around my tripod to demonstrate this for you all. So remember, bring that firearm up, focusing on that front sight, bring the rear of that gun up until you are on target. Bring it up to meet it, you know, instead of bringing it up and then fumbling around trying to figure out where it is. It's much quicker when you bring that firearm up, if that front sight post is slightly above it, and then you will simply bring the rear up to meet it. And you will see, if you practice this technique, that your sight acquisition will become much faster. Now we're going to talk about transitioning from one target to the other. You can see the two targets again downrange that I have set up. What you want to do when you have multiple targets is follow those same procedures that we talked about just a minute ago. You bring that firearm up on that first target, and we're a little out of focus here, but what you need to remember again is to focus on that front sight. So as I bring the firearm into my view, that's when I want to change my focus to that front sight post and then bring the rear up to meet it. Once I am on target, that I have acquired the target, I can then fire my shots if necessary. Once you need to transition to a second target, the first thing that you will do is your eyes should lead your firearm. You do not want to bring the firearm over trying to hold that sight picture and then acquire it. You want to bring your eyes over first. You get those eyes over there, same principle. Get that front sight post up. Once you get on target, bring the rear up to meet it, and then fire your shots if necessary. And this works both ways, whether you're going from left to right or right to left. If you are going to the right to the left, it's the same way. Let your eyes lead the way, and then focus on that front sight, bring the rear up to meet it, just like that. To better demonstrate this technique, I am actually going to chamber my firearm And I'm going to put rounds on each target, and then we're going to go back and forth a time or two. You need to remember though, I am operating a camera as well as aiming through the viewfinder to fire these shots. I will not have a proper grip. If you've seen some of my videos on improving your shooting accuracy, you know that I talk a little bit about grips and having the proper grip on your firearm. But for demonstration purposes of this video, I'm not going to have the correct grip on my gun. I'm going to be doing it single-handed. My other hand is going to be operating my camera. We are in a safe location. This is where I actually conduct my classes. This is a a very good, safe place to do this exercise. You want to make sure that you build safety into all of your training. So here we go. You can see, first of all, I have my target. If I have a threat coming, if I have to draw my firearm, I bring that firearm up, as we mentioned before, get that focus on that front sight. Bring the rear up to meet it, and then fire that shot. Alright, there's one shot. If I need to go over to the second one, I come right over here, same principle, bring that rear up to meet it, fire my shot. Go back, eyes leading the way, bring that firearm up, and that is how we will transition from one target to another. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that the more that you practice this technique, the better that you're going to get at it. Practice makes perfect. That's why we do this. Anyways, guys, I would appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe. Drop me any comments down below. How often do you practice target transition? I'd love to hear from you. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.